and start the member introductions, and it looks like we won't have any trouble getting through them on a time crunch. So I'm going to start with Denise.
Denise Kaku, Kaku Business Consulting and Leadership Coaching, and looking forward to a great 2022.
Yes, ma'am. And Marian Gelletley.
Hi there, I'm Marian Gelletley with Powerful Presence, and I just want to ask you if you let your style tell your story. Or are you a woman that goes to her closet every morning, you stop and you stare, can't figure out what to wear, you get frustrated and keep doing the same old thing? So I am your style coach, and I help women update and to revitalize what's already in their closet so they can feel confident every day. Marian Gelletley.
Great, Marian, and I can tell you're doing a wonderful job, because next to you sits Jody Royer, and I know I don't hope it's not a secret, but she's one of your clients, and she's just been looking gorgeous. So yes, Jody, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jody Royer, your PWN Technology Chairperson and 2022 Woman of the Year. I'm the president of Monterey Marketing 360. We're a marketing company that works as hard and as smart as you do. We end technology overwhelm. And I'm looking forward to this new 2020, doing some amazing things.
Thank you, Jody. Sandra Collingwood.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Collingwood, and my business is Super Spotter, Spot Remover. And I call it not only a wonderful product, but a wonderful product, because it removes red wine spills from white carpeting and white upholstery. It's actually an all-purpose spot remover. So if you're seeing spots before your eyes, you know who to call.
That's true. We buy it by the case from Sandra. So Megan Merz.
Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Megan Mertz. I am the PWN membership chair, along with part of the Ream Company's business development team, which is Disaster Cleanup Specialist, Floor Store USA's Flooring America, and Cypress Design and Build. But what's kind of fun this year is that I'm actually on the road to really facilitate and coordinate more into our community. And we all know you don't want to call us, but if you do, you know who to call. Thank you.
We're fun to know, even if you don't need us. Yeah, she hired somebody to take her office duties, so she's out and about, just seeing our customers and keeping them happy and seeing new customers to be. Dr. Jeanette Kern.
Hi, ladies. Dr. Jeanette Kern. I'm a dental success coach and an author, and my business is called Profitable Dental Academy. Most of you probably wouldn't have a need for my services, but you all have dentists, so you can talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Denise, I wouldn't miss this. Every year it's clockwork. It's, got to set that tone for the new year. And I think that after 2020 and 2021, I think we really need you to really perk us up. Thank you.
Awesome. Doctor, I'm so glad you kind of slipped into a role that really suits you, because when you had your dental office, it was top notch. And I know you passed that down to Dr. Fromm, and she just follows right in your footsteps. It's amazing office.
Thank you. Hey, I love your new paint job at Disaster Cleanup.
Doesn't it look good?
From the freeway. That's awesome.
With all the artists, they're just amazing what they did. Thank you. Julianne.
Watke. I'll finish it for you. It's okay. I'm not sure. Hi, I'm Julianne, your health coach, and I help people look and feel better than ever. And I'm super excited right now because I have been toiling away, getting ready for our detox for beginners. And so it should be a lot of fun. We get started on Monday. Some of you have seen emails about that. So I am super excited about that to start off the new year right. Great. Did you put it on our Facebook page? I posted something about the webinar last week. Some of the members are getting emails about it. Yes, but I should put a post in. Yeah. Yes. Thanks. Awesome. Erin.
Hi, I am Erin Lyman, and I am the Community Engagement Manager for the Arts Council for Monterey County. Our board chair, Lori Bend, and our executive director, Jackie Atchison, have both been in the Professional Women's Network, and Lori is still a very big part of that. And I'm interested in and suggested that I join up and try out. So I'm not yet a member, and I'm not even really sure how that works from an organizational standpoint, but we can chat about that offline. And hi, Megan, nice to see you again. I've seen her in the community. It's true.
Awesome, thank you. I love your personality, very just friendly, very nice. And one of my buddies, Charlie King.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy New Year, right? So I am Charlie King. My business is CBD for body and soul. And I do that because I believe it's your health, your life, and your choice. So I am joining you from the blustery Wisconsin. We're heading to 13 below tonight.
Ooh.
So send me your warm vibes, everybody.
That's a lot below, I tell you. Wow, just got back from Tahoe and it was like 9 some nights, so.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, that was nothing. My goodness.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to tonight too. I'm really Denise, I'm looking forward to getting your spin on how to do this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be fun. I love her products. I use them. I kind of messed up my shoulder snowboarding. So I use her product, and so do my husband. So pretty good stuff. Elizabeth.
Happy New Year's, ladies. I'm so happy to see you and to be here. This is really wonderful. My business is Joyful Parenting Coaching. I support parents of kids of all ages, but most especially middle school moms. So send any middle school moms you know my way. I've got a very active Facebook group and do a lot of different classes and webinars and support. Thanks.
Nice. I could have used you this morning. Homeschooling is not easy. It's hard.
It's hard.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Carrie. You're muted, Carrie. No, it doesn't show you're muted, but we can't hear you. Can you turn up the volume maybe? Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, I closed my computer because I'm using my big screen, so sorry about that. I just wanted to say hello. It's so good to be back. It's been a couple months. I'm coming from Paso Robles, soon to be Santa Cruz, though. I just recently got engaged. Yes.
Nice.
Figure out the details. And thank you. And I'm so excited to be here because I do vision boards, but I haven't really done collage boards before. So my line of business, my company's name is Keys to Empowerment, and I help often overwhelmed business women to come back to their confidence and their clarity so that they can own their self-worth, have that level of confidence, and really find more time in their days to live life intentionally. So I think this is right along that line of thing, right? To actually peer into what's going on in our souls. So just wanted to say Happy New Year's, ladies. Thank you.
Happy New Year to you. We stayed in your neck of the woods, Paso Robles, overnight. Oh my gosh, it was a really cool, had an Italian name. I can't remember it right now. It just went on.
Oh, Allegretto.
Yes, it was so nice. We got a massage. It was good. We had a really good time.
You were 5 minutes from me.
Oh, I was.
Yes, I love the Allegretto. It's an upscale, beautiful hotel in our area. Yeah.
Yeah. So when anybody needs a getaway to go to that resort, it's a 2-hour drive. It's nothing. It's really pleasant. Oh, I'm so honored to have Roxanne Lynch with us.
Hi, ladies. Happy New Year. I am so excited. This is my first get together socially on a Zoom since
Wow.
for Christmas. So I caught that in my email going like, hey, this is something that I poured wine for. I'm celebrating. But yeah, I am the token Canadian. I am your international member, even though I believe we have one more now
We do.
within the Monterey group. So yeah, very excited to coming up here. I'm above Washington State in British Columbia, Canada. Our power has been flickering on and off. We've got very high winds and heavy snowfalls right now. So if I disappear, it's probably like the 18th time today.
Oh my goodness.
But I just wanted to say hi. My name is Roxanne. I live way over here. What I love to do best and who I serve is women that are entering into menopause, have discovered that they don't want to feel like the Tin Man off the Wizard of Oz anymore. I market many, many products through my social retail business, but collagen is my jam. Knowing that there's a vast difference and a wide selection of them online and picking out the best one for you and your own personal needs. I also love to be a cheerleader in women's lives and help women win on social media. It's like being on quicksand. If you're tied to the right people, like we've got some great women in our community, the right training and the right support can bring that success and that sunshine for us to win on social media, especially if you're a network marketer or you're a women's business coach. Leveraging the internet is the best gift we can possibly do. Even if you have one bar on your phone and you're chasing your parents, you can still create that positive presence, financially for your friends, your family, and connecting with women around the globe, chasing our parents and being a caretaker for them. Being social here creates that safe, sane bubble that we need.
Very nice. Yes. And you sure do a good job at your social media. It's right on spot. And I love your products. It's part of my anti-aging process, along with exercise, the collagen, and keeping the hormones balanced.
Well, being in wine country with all that resveratrol flowing through our collagen, it's like, if you're not drinking it, you get it from your collagen. And we know how powerful that is.
Yes, that's correct. Did I miss anyone? Doesn't look like I did. So I'm Teresa Ream, your president, and I'm also the president of Disaster Cleanup Specialists, Flooring America's Floor Store USA, and Cypress Design and Build. And I'm so happy to be here with you all. And now I'm going to turn it over to Megan to introduce our new members.
Thank you, Teresa. So since our last meeting a couple months ago, we have about 4 new members. We have Ann Oda, who was returned with Savvy Fitness Wear. We have Dana Arvig from the Monterey Herald. We have Natalie Hungerford from Allstate, which was cool because I just saw her today. And we have Carmen Ferguson, who is the owner of Heart Bank Deposits photo booth, who was part of the Women of the Year event with those cute little photos. So
she was great. Oh, the pictures that she took, it was amazing. If any of you were there and took pictures, keep on posting them because we need to see them. I'll do the same. Also, I want to thank our sponsors for the month, and that is Jody Royer with 360 Marketing. And then also we have Eileen Groves with Bookkeeping Central, and she's our ongoing sponsor because she does all our books at a super low cost because she loves us so much. So we always want to mention her name too. So I'm going to turn it over to Marion and to introduce our speaker.
Well, I'm very honored to introduce, to those of you that don't know Denise, she's a fabulous woman. She happens to be PWN's 2010 past president, as well as the 2017 Woman of the Year. So yeah, a lot of history with Denise. Now, Denise holds 2 coaching certifications plus a master's degree in organization development. And she's passionate about serving her clients in ways that are both revealing and life-altering. She recently certified as a SoulCollage Facilitator and is enthusiastic about introducing our first card-making activity for 2022. SoulCollage is a creative collage process for self-discovery, self-acceptance, and personal empowerment. Embracing one's intuition and unique creativity is a great way to start off this new year. So welcome, Denise. So great to have you.
Thank you, Marion. I was really excited to be invited to do the January meeting, because for me, people that enter into January, you know, it's like a clean slate and a fresh start kind of place. It's like, okay, we are erasing 2020, 2021, 2022 is yet to be revealed. And part of the beauty of using your creative intuition is that you get to have this beautiful 5x7 soul collage card, which I hope many of you will take as your beginner card. I think for me, I've been doing soul collage for many years, but finally got certified as a facilitator. So I'm legally using the licensing material, logo, etc. And I have over 100 cards that I have created over the years. And I have about 30 in the current deck that I'm using. So part of my startup today was to pick a card that would have a conversation with me, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually create a card and have a dialogue with your card. And this is the card I selected. And the name of this card is Life Giver, or Great Mother. And she is the one that knows how to replenish, restore, and renew. The wisdom she brings is regularly noticing when my cup runneth over and when it needs filling. The challenge this card brings is honing my skills of noticing and being present. And what I need to know is new awareness. So what a perfect card, which I'm going to set up here to witness with me this first ever introduction to soul collage. So for me, part of this journey is, as a somatic coach, is helping us get centered and cleared so that we can just open up our creative juices by tapping into our own inner guide. So I would invite you to leave your critics outside the room. Leave any ideas of goal setting or how you want your year to be. Leave that in a basket. It can be reopened later. This is entering into this creative time with me as the mindset of wonder, the I don't know mind. Let's see what bubbles up. So sitting in a place of openness and non-judgment. So with that, I'm going to be switching back and forth between a slideshow and a YouTube video, and then coming back into my own screen. So let me get the slideshow going. So welcome to Soul Collage, Discovering Your Wisdom, which can change your world. And I want to open with a quote that is, oh, I guess I should do this on slideshow. There we go. For things to change, you've got to change. Otherwise, nothing much will change. And this comes from one of my favorite books, The Power of Focus by Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, and Les Hewitt. So I'd like to introduce you to just a brief description of soul collage, because as Marion said in the introduction, it's a creative collage process for self-discovery, self-acceptance, and personal empowerment. So there are no right or wrong. You create this for yourself, for your personal use. They are not meant to be sold or traded. And the intention is, as you do a card, you know, hopefully you'll get engaged with the process and make more cards. And part of soul collaging taps into your intuition and your unique creativity. And we will use the I am the one who process, which is There, it's hard for me to do two things at once. I am the one who process, which is the heart of the SoulCollage process with each card you do. And the reason that rather than doing a mini quote vision board, because I'm going to be offering, you know, my normal vision boarding, name your workshop at the end of this presentation, which you are certainly invited to join, you know, to create your own vision boards. But SoulCollage itself is because the process is so personal and it is so creative when you tap into your own creative energy, that these cards can be used for a lifetime. You never really outgrow these cards because they are connecting to your own inner guide, your own inner source. The cards are divided into 4 suits: council, community, companion. I always forget one: council, committee, community, and companion cards. And my hope is that this process will initiate, you know, this love of soul collaging, because it is an amazing process. I try to pick a card every day to help guide me. And it's always exciting because I just reach into my box and randomly pull one out, and it's usually the perfect message I need for the day. So with that, I'd like to start with a 2-minute meditation. And so somatically, what I'd invite you to do, I'm going to share screen and put on what's called a YouTube video. It's called Golden Wave Healing Meditation. The intention, though, is that you just sit in the stillness, empty your mind of thinking, thoughts, and just bring your attention into staring at the image and breathing. And as you breathe, just notice your breath moving in and out, taking deeper and deeper breaths so that you just relax and sink into your seat and feel fully present in the moment. Any questions about this part? So it's just a grounding and a centering activity before we begin.
What are the 4? You said there was 4 different types. What are the 4 types, Denise? I didn't catch
Oh,
that.
the 4 major suits. When you develop cards over time and you have a deck, they end up sorting into committee, community, companion, and council. But for this, we are just going to generically focus on one energy, whatever energy comes when we start your card. And there are 3 transpersonal cards. There's a source card, a soul essence card, and a witness card. So don't worry about sorting what kind of card am I making. You know, this centering process will help bring you into what wants to emerge for this first card. So we can label it later. And actually the dialogue process will help you identify what energy. But the whole notion is a vision board has a lot of different things going on it. But the distinction for soul collage, it's a single card. So one energy, one card. And you'll start to notice what you're attracted to when you pick your background, whatever that means for you. So let's go ahead and start with the golden wave. I will cue it up. And let's see if I can get this in the big screen. Let's see.
Want to hear a short story about
sorry.
the average timeshare vacation? Once upon a time, I wanted to use
Get
my...
bad. There we go. All right. So what I'd like to do is invite you all to gather your materials, whatever you have that you've brought with you. And let me move this to the next slide. Well, sorry about that. My so here we go. We're going to take 50 minutes to assemble your board. Hopefully you have one 5x7 poster board or cardboard that you can glue your images onto, and some pre-cut images that you were either provoked or attracted to. It's important to notice the reaction you had in selecting those images. Remember that we wish to keep our board limited to no more than 5 images, and that there will no words, just images. So as you cut them out and assemble them, just move things around until you're satisfied with the layout. Then glue your images in place. Be sure you have a journal or a blank paper to record your dialogue. With your card, which will be the next step. So everybody clear on the instructions? You got your scissors and your glue and your board? And keep in mind that any kind of materials work. Index cards, these happen to be SoulCollage cards. They're pre-cut cards, art cards, which you can certainly buy online at the SoulCollage website. I'm going to go. Yes, Sandra, if you want to unmute, do you have a question?
Can we go a little bit over the edges? Some of my pictures are very large. I'm going to cut them.
Then what you need to do is you need to place your board on top and draw a line around it till you find the center of the image that you want put here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Thanks.
Yeah. I know that you can also purchase 5x7 frames, and you can move the frame around on a larger image till you find the right, just the right
heart
placement to go on the board.
That's good. Thank you.
Denise, that card you're holding up does not look like 5x7. It looks bigger. Yeah.
5x7.
That's why. Oh, it's funny. It must be a distortion in the video. It looks so much bigger.
About the face.
What could be the color too?
Oh yeah.
But it is a
tiny.
It is 5x7.
It looks big.
And Denise, I have a question. I had struggles with printing off my images today. Could I use Canva or something like that I can actually do it electronically?
You mean actually assemble multiple images on one thing?
Yeah, Canva is like an electronic thing, so it would be an electronic board as opposed to, or is there something that happens in our brain that it's important that we have like the hard copy stuff?
Well, I nobody's asked me about Canva, but I know from a kinesthetic standpoint in my training, you're using both your right and your left brain when you're creating. So that physical act of using scissors and glue and then moving things around in a way until you actually have a composition that you're really pleased with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would invite you to experiment because it's your personal process. Try it with Canva, but also try it with the old school, cutting out, putting them on boards. and see what emerges in the
Okay,
process.
thank you.
I appreciate the question, Gary. I hadn't never thought about that. Excellent. Oh, let me put the timer on. Absolutely. I want to honor our time together. So I want to make sure that we have the right amount of time. Also, please let me know if 15 minutes is going to be enough for the board. We call this quick card making. When we do a quick card, we don't think too hard about it. So the whole idea is that you have preparation wise, your board and a bunch of images. And then out of it, just kind of take a look and whatever you are drawn to or provoked by, you know, I have some of my cards that I'm provoked by, like this one. This one has created an interesting wisdom because the name of this card is Infinity. And the card speaks to me by saying I'm the one who applauds endless possibilities. The wisdom that this card brings is awe and appreciation. And the challenge it brings is focusing down. I'm a very big divergent thinker, so converging is a critical aspect that I'm always having to work on because that's, you know, I like a lot of ideas. And what the card needs from me is calm. So this card came about not because I was attracted to it, but I was intrigued and provoked by it. You know, so this is not about making pretty cards. It's about making interesting cards that tap into your own creative sensibility. If we get more than 5 images, sometimes a card gets so cluttered it loses its message. I'll show you another example of a companion card, which is connected to chakra centers. This has 2 images on it, a background image and then the image of the monkey, which I glued on. So that has 2. My life giver great mother card has 2 images, a background image and then the woman. Some of my images are only 1, which then isn't really a background at all. Yeah, most of my cards have 2 to 3 images. This one's called Intuition, which really, I like this card because it's got the owl on it, you know, wisdom kind of connection, but that third eye, I find it intriguing. So if I'm not too distracting to you while you're creating your card, there was a couple background things I might mention, which is in the book by Seena Frost, who has since passed away, but she was a therapist in Santa Cruz, California. And many years ago, probably 30 years ago, she was using a technique around soul collage and came out with this book called Soul Collage. And out of it came a whole network of facilitators and a movement of soul collagers. Probably more than 5,000 facilitators are licensed worldwide currently. So the word netter is an Egyptian term for God or gods. In soul collage, it means the primary figure or quality of a soul collage card. So we'll see what netter you tap into as you make your card today. they usually turn up as allies, guides, or challengers in your life. And I assess all those as good things because you really are tapping into your unconscious, which makes it really fun. And I think that's why they're so powerful, because you have created it and you have created your own dialogue and response with yourself. So I would invite people, if we do share any of your creations later, if we have time, I would just invite people not to comment on another's cards, because the meaning that it has is unique and special to you. You know, and how other people respond to it really, really doesn't matter, because it's your card. You created it.
So Denise, you're gonna take us through something so we're gonna be able to know what this card actually means to us, right?
Yes, we'll use a dialogue process with the card once you finish your card.
Okay.
So that's the nice part, is you just be in the creative mode of cutting and pasting.
Does it have to be more than one picture, or can it be either more than one or just one?
No, it can be 1 to 5, no more than 5. Like, here's another sample. But this one has 3 on it. It has a big background card. Then it has the 4 little babies in raincoats, and then it's got a warrior woman on it. So there's 3 images, a background and 2 others. And this card is called the Protector. Safe and supportive is the energy. It brings on appreciation. And the wisdom it has for me is to be bold and have courage. And the 4 little guys, the 4 little guys in this picture for me are love, wisdom, compassion, and openness. So, you know, I didn't know at the time when I put this together what it meant or you know, represented. And it actually was originally a very dark looking card. And then I added the 3 little kids in raincoats, and it changed the whole energy of the card as I worked the dialogue process. So you just never know what's going to pop up for you.
So is one picture okay?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have an image that you like and it's a single image, that's perfect.
Okay.
Like I have one I was going to start before the call, and then I ran out of time, but I'm thinking that I'm going to glue this down, and that's all there is going to be, is just this one image.
Cool.
So yeah,
I'd like to be
less is more.
Okay.
And you'll know, you know, if you have the one image on there, it fills up the whole card and you're happy with it, then it's complete. But if another image is calling to you to go onto the board, put it on. So most of mine have 1 to 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Some of my busier cards have 4 and 5, but there's a reason why. They all kind of follow a theme around a particular ally or energy or challenge. And one of the most interesting cards I made had skulls on it. You know, and I was thinking, I wonder if this is a death card because it has skulls on it. But it turned out to be something totally, totally different. That turned out to be a wonderful card around tradition and legacy. Who'd have thought, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Charlie, you have a question?
No, I was just gonna say skulls are very common in my. I ride motorcycle, and so skulls are a very common thing that I see, and that's what I think of when I see them. It's the Harley tradition to have Willie G's skull.
Ah, interesting, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, in Seena Frost talks about in her book with SoulCollage that part of this activity is an ongoing connection to your unconscious or subconscious rather, and that oftentimes we tap into our shadow side, which is really important to embrace and get familiar with, because that's a part of you too.
Yeah.
And it's all informative and provocative and in many ways helping guide your life. So the cards are used in a multiplicity of ways that are absolutely super powerful. So I'm hoping that we launch the SoulCollage with maybe my invitation when we're done is maybe we should form a regular reoccurring monthly SoulCollage group.
Huh?
And I can send you actual cardstock, you know, because I have mountains of these boards in supply. And I also, in my work, SoulCollage will provide these plastic covers for the boards. My boards are covered in a plastic sleeve to protect them and to keep the images from not peeling off. Also, you can use a credit card to kind of smooth your images down if you get little bubbles. But I also have plastic brayers. They're like little printer rollers that kind of smooth your images on them. And you can order them through the SoulCollage website. There is also a website I've used called Kaleidos Soul, which is Marie Bennett's website back east in Boston. And she sells SoulCollage supplies, boards, plastic sleeves, brayers, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you don't have time to look for images, I spent $10 or $15 and she sent me 1,000 pre-cut pages out of magazines in an envelope. And I've thumbed through those and found ones that I like. So there's a lot of shortcuts and a lot of ways available, especially if you don't have magazines in this day and age. Although I've been doing, you know, name your year collages, vision boards for years. And so people just hand me magazines. I have probably over 500 magazines in storage.
I was very happy you threw that website out there because I have no magazines here except for military ones.
Well, and you know, catalogs, old calendars, there's a lot of places to find images. If you're looking for particular like heroic archetype things, you can Google archetypes and see what comes up. The main thing is, if you remember that copyright laws, you cannot sell or trade your images because they're copyrighted. Although unsplash.com, those are free to use. They're amateur photographers and some are professionals. But what I like is the website has grown bigger and bigger, and you can actually Google or search by topic. Last year, my theme for the year was Be a Bridge. And I got probably 10 different images of bridges on Unsplash and printed some of those up. So that's a fun resource. So we have about a minute left. Who's still gluing, composing? I think we got most people ready to go. And oh, I forgot to mention, you know, your boards can go, if you haven't noticed, they can go horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter. So we have about 30 seconds left. Anybody need more time, or are we ready to go? Carrie? Okay. 2 more minutes? Get that glue stick out. Glue them down. Yeah, the main thing is that you're making these cards to be like a permanent resource that you can come back to over time. We originally, when I first started this, had little journal books, and we would number the cards in the corner on the back side. And then I would put in my journal entry, I put in the date of and the number of the card, and then do the dialogue process. But I got to the point where, you know, looking it up and doing the back and forth, some people photocopy or take pictures on their phone and label them that way. I have actually put my responses to my cards on the back side on a sticky. But the cool part is, down the road, many people will take the back sides of their cards and make a design that is uniform, like a deck of cards has the same pattern on the back, and they've created a deck of cards that are decorated on the back. I've not done that with mine because I've color coded mine. So this has a green index card on the back side of it. It's a companion card. It's tied into a chakra, my little monkey card. I have committee cards that have a pink index card on the back side. So, you know, people manage and group their cards in a variety of ways. The main thing is that they're personal to you. Let's see. Okay. So why don't we go on to the process? Let me pull up my share screen and get up the next slide. Let's see. Share. Well, I don't know why my slides are not advancing. Hang on 1 second. I think what's blocking is I still have my, yeah, that's what's going on. I still have my meditation music going in the background. So that screen's up. Let me stop it. Here we go. All right. Now, let's go into all right, back to share screen. Here we go. Share and go to the big screen. So I'd like for you to take your completed card and set it in front of you. And know that you are having a dialogue with your card. So these are the key questions. There are 5 questions and 6. And the first question to ask your card is, what is its name? Take your piece of paper and listen deeply, and your card will answer, my name is, and then write that down. For some, a name does not come until the end. So don't worry, we will ask it at the end of this process again. So moving on to the second question, complete the statement, I am the one who. I am the one who. And listen for the card's answer. So this is the card answering these statements. And moving to the third question or statement, the wisdom I bring is, the wisdom I bring is, and listen deeply to what your card has to tell you.
So Denise, will
Yes.
these
Yes.
these 6 questions be for every single card that
Yes.
you have?
Every card you create. Yes. This dialogue process is key to Soul Collage because it's in the process of completing these statements that the wisdom emerges from what you've created. So we're moving to the fourth statement. The challenges I bring are, the challenges I bring are. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. You can leave it blank. Sometimes you can revisit these cards and they will give you different answers. That's another thing that's happened. The next statement, what I need from you is. What I need from you is. And finally, the last question, is there anything else you want me to know? Is there anything else you want me to know? Oops, stop share. And anyone who has not named their card, you might want to ask now at the end of this process, what is your name? How's everyone doing? Are you complete? Complete with your card? So as you can see, this process, you can take a little more time with your card. You know, if you're doing this on your own, this was about 6 minutes or so, about a minute per item. Sometimes the answers come very quickly for me. Sometimes I have to really stare at the card and just be still and wait. Or I'll skip it and go to the next one and then come back. You know, the experience is different with different cards. Some cards kind of shout at me. Other cards I have to just be patient and wait to see what emerges.
Denise, how often do you do your card? How often do you do a new card?
When the spirit moves me, that's all I can say. Sometimes it's a lazy afternoon when I'm feeling like, oh, I really want to make another card, but I've made so many cards. Sometimes I'll revisit. Plus I have cards in progress that I've not finished the process on or started the process or sorted it into what suit it belongs to. So I may just work on that. I have probably 20 cards that I've made that I've not done anything with yet. I haven't, like one of the cards I showed you doesn't have a dialogue response on it yet. It's in progress. But I pulled it out anyway because I like the card. It makes me laugh. But I see it's the monkey card. I haven't worked the process on the monkey card yet. But the it's a companion card. The animals are companion cards, and companion cards tie into specific chakra energies. So that's what that suit's about. There's such a wealth of information in the way you use these cards. If you get hooked on making SoulCollage cards, it really is a beautiful process of connecting, going within to your own inner intelligent wisdom. It's really beautiful. And sometimes I don't read the card on the back, the response of the dialogue. Sometimes I'll just use the card with the image, and it has a certain kind of energy for me that just helps me focus. Or maybe I'll pull a card out of the deck at random and put it on my desk. I have these little wooden easels, and I have it on my desk, and I'll put that card for the day on it, and it's just my guide for the day as I go about my work. So, you know, it's used in a variety of ways. They've used it like you shuffle the deck and you do a 3-card reading, and you have a particular question that you're mulling over, and the 3-card reading helps you problem solve it. So yeah, it's very interesting. The variety of uses for your cards is infinite, and that's the beauty of this process. Teresa?
I know some of our extroverts are probably dying to show their cards. Are you maybe going to let some of them show?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
The debrief usually is around honoring the privacy of this process, because it's very intimate. But if you're energetically wanting so much to share it, absolutely. Who would like to share their card, their process, comment on how this went for you?
Okay, who's going to be our first? Charlie, I knew it. I knew it.
All right, Charlie, go for it.
Feel her energy busting through the screen there.
Okay, I want to say it took me years to do a vision board. Sorry about that. It took me years to do a vision board. I did 3 cards.
You just did 3 cards?
I did 3 different cards while we were sitting here.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm at my computer, and I'm kind of anal. It's easier for me to type them because then I know I can read them.
Ah,
I can read instead of handwriting it out.
Excellent, Charlie.
So I did 3 of them. I think I'll only talk about one, because we don't have all night. But I did one. I don't know if you guys could see that. Standing in the woods, holding a cup of coffee early in the morning. And I'm relaxing. So I'm basically telling myself I need to relax.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This one says no road is too long when you have good company. Oh, you said no words.
No words on the card.
Yeah, that's what it says. I
Mm.
didn't think about. The thing is this one's on my vision board, and
Ah,
I can kind of see it, but I took it because of this.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Okay,
that vision boarding, you can use words if you want. I prefer just images because images go directly into your heart space. But for
Right.
SoulCollage, they specifically say no words.
well, when I'm looking at my vision board, I don't see the words, and I see this picture like this.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
That's maybe why I got that one, and that's to remind me that I need to go do more fun stuff.
Aha.
But then I got this one.
Ooh.
Wow.
What's that?
It's a Tonka truck.
I used to love those.
So I'll tell you a quick story behind it. Is not long ago I did, and I don't know if any of you know Eric Worre. He's a network marketing guru, and he had a lady speak, and she did a whole session on the Tonka truck and how she had an 8-year-old son that she would only spend $14 on a toy, but one day God made her go in and buy him a Tonka truck. Well, he outgrew the Tonka truck. They gave it to a nephew. The nephew outgrew the Tonka truck. It's still in perfect condition through all this, right? It's gone through 3 kids. She gets the Tonka truck back, and it's still in full operation.
Wow.
No matter what those kids did to that truck, it made it. So if that kind of gets you to the whole thing of the question, or what the Tonka truck to me means is, you have to tough it out. It reminds me to be tough and not to worry about the little stuff. Don't ride the wave. Keep yourself steady and strong like a Tonka truck. No matter how much it gets you, no matter how much you get pushed down, you're not going to break. You just need to come back. The challenges I bring are, it helps me stay strong. That's kind of opposite of what the question is, but that's what popped into my head. And what I need from you is strength. Is I'm imagining this will pop up the day I know I need the strength to make it through whatever's being thrown at me. And anything else that you want me to know is you got this. And all of this just, and I was really surprised because I had no idea what to expect. And I can see myself doing 1 million of these.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, Charlie,
let me share.
applause.
That's applause.
You know, when you're in the right creative stream and really connected, it just pours out. And the process is so elegant because it is you answering through the image you created. So those 3 beautiful cards will serve you well in the future. And I wish you lots of happy card making because you have the questions to dialogue, and that's all you need.
Awesome.
Does anybody else have a burning desire to share? Because I've got a couple more slides. I don't want to discourage.
I'll share mine if no one else is gonna.
Okay, Teresa, go for it.
Okay, my name is The Sacred Day, and it has my family that live with me now, my husband, has my networking, has my spiritual life, my meditation, and this guy right here, you probably can't tell, but it's a handle of a kettlebell. So it has my exercise. And so the answer to the questions were, I am the one who brings you joy. The wisdom is simplicity. The challenge I bring you is consistency. What I need from you is openness and mindfulness. Is there anything you want me to know? You are already complete. So I had a very sweet card today.
Wow, lovely.
And
What
this
was
is
the
in
name?
honor of my best friend down there, Christine Christopher. We have Scooby-Doo we share between us. So.
So what was the name of your card, Teresa?
The Sacred Day.
Ah, lovely. Cool. So let me wrap up my slideshows real quick. I'll run through them quickly. I have a gift, a complimentary gift to someone. If you are interested in attending one of my Name Your Year workshops, where it's a 2-hour Zoom, create a vision board and a theme for the year, and you will get customized theme cards mailed to you. But I work with you to develop a theme. These are the 3 dates I'm offering it. And you can certainly put your name in the chat room, and I'll enter your name into the bucket and pull out a winner who will get to go for free. It's a $49 value. Last year was the first year I ever, in the 25 years I've been doing Name Your Year, last year was the first year I did a virtual Zoom. And I learned a great deal. I got good feedback, and I figured out that it is better, rather than a 3-hour workshop, to zone it down to 2. And actually one I finished in 1 hour and 40 minutes. So what I'm learning is sometimes less is more, particularly when you're doing it in a virtual on the computer. I put music on and have some visual images, and then people create their boards and then they share them. But more importantly, the process is where I feel the value added is in the pieces where we do the little debrief questions, and then talking about the theme for the year, because the theme is really an intention. So that's my marketing myself unmercifully, taking advantage of this opportunity. But anybody who is interested in going into the drawing for the Name Your Vision Board workshop, just pop your name in the chat. Also, if you are interested in an ongoing SoulCollage group, I would invite you to put in the chat that you're interested. And then I'd like to convene an exploratory dialogue with whoever's interested, so we can customize an ongoing group that can meet virtually, and who knows, maybe down the future in person. And I will provide all the SoulCollage materials, and you'll be responsible for selecting images. But then we will actually, at every session, we will focus on a particular suit, you know, council suit, community suit, whatever. And so this introductory piece was kind of a generic, let's open it up and see what energies bubble up out of what you've created. Ongoing groups actually pick topics or suits, or they pose a question as a group, and then you can SoulCollage around it. So there's a lot of different ways to mine this process, and it really is directed by the energy of the group. So I'd like to poll for interest to convene an ongoing group. How often do you want to meet? What day of the week? Normally I would say, if it's on Zoom, that we do no more than 90 minutes. Look what we did in basically 30 minutes. You know, Charlie made 3 boards and in less than 15 minutes. So yeah, it's a dynamic process. So with that, I'd just like to close with wrapping up. Anything else you'd like to share in terms of a comment or a question about SoulCollage itself?
Question, how the categories again? How do you know where a card fits in a category?
You ask it. But first you have to learn what's the distinction. What's a council card versus a community card versus a companion card. So that would be part of the learning in an ongoing group. You would learn the suits over time. And I just made cards for 2 or 3 years before I actually got Seena's book and read up on the suits. And it wasn't till I had facilitator training that I actually sorted my cards into suits. So it's not required that you label and sort them all right away. You know, the whole notion is once you establish a pile of them, you can start to play with them and use them like a deck of cards. And that's the fun part. So just have fun making one card after another, you know, and I didn't have any particular focus. I just found favorite images and got some boards out, and like Charlie, I just started putting a bunch of cards together. They just kind of flowed out of me. And I still have many that I have not done the process with yet that are kind of in progress. But the whole notion is there's no right way to do this as long as you use the I am the one who process for each card. Yeah, Carrie.
So I just want to share with you, it does work on Canva.
Ah,
As it really spoke to me, putting the images across, and it became very clear which images were meant to be more predominant and which ones were meant to be sized to a smaller. So I like the ability that I could size the image, and
cool.
it didn't deplete from the using the intuitive brain.
Cool. Thank you for that. You've got a lot more skill in Canva than I have. Applaud you.
It's fun, actually.
Well, you know, I have a coaching client that does not like journaling in a, you know, in a blank journal book, but because she's real techie, so she does notes on her phone, and that's as close as she gets to journaling. But I'm telling you, she's coming up with juicy stuff using her phone. So it's like different ways for different people on different days, whatever works for you. That's your creative process. So thank you for that feedback, because I have never heard anybody using Canva for SoulCollage. I have to take it to my facilitator, worldwide facilitator group, and ask, anybody use Canva? Because I have someone that's had an experience of creating. So that's, and you know what's cool about that? You could digitize your deck. You don't even have to have a physical deck if you don't want to.
Huh. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to put the words together with it, because it's a, you know, but I'll figure that one out.
Yeah, play with it. Have some fun with it. I'm kind of old school, so I like my answers for my dialogue are on stickies, and I stick them on the back of my cards. But I originally started journaling the answers, so it's like whatever makes it fun and easy for you to use your cards. Be creative. Yes, Elizabeth.
I'll just share that I was when I was getting ready, I was struggling with the printer, and I was afraid I wasn't going to get the printer to work. So I just started drawing. So I was then able to use the printer. So this is now part drawing and part images. But you know, I didn't direct the drawing. I just reached and picked. So
that's cool. What's the name of your card?
Gloria.
Oh, lovely. I like it. You know, to me, you're tapping into your creative flow. So, you know, there's no judgment, right or wrong way to do it, except to honor the I am the one who process. You know, and thank you for the different ways that you've embraced this and created it. I'm going to stay on the line after the meeting so I can get all the names from the chat, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna have to do this drawing offline because my brain can't calculate how to do this online. But I've got everybody's names on little cards. So anybody that's interested in the name your year, just put it in the chat and I'll refer to it, and I'll notify you on email. So with that, I would just say happy soul collaging. It's an amazing process. I hope you get the bug and want to make more of these, and you can do them anytime. You know the requirements, and if you're interested in diving deeper into it, we can create a soul collage group to learn together and play together around creating soul collage cards. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you, Denise.
You're
That
welcome.
was great. It was fun. It was so fun to play. We're always like in this business mode going for it. And it was just really nice just to let the hair down and play. We had a couple join us. So I'm going to let them do their introduction real quick. Linda, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yes, I'm Linda, and I have technical problems sometimes, which is why I got on here late, and I so apologize to everybody.
Okay.
I have 3 different businesses. One of them is vision boards, so I really was excited about this, of what you're doing with it. It's so different and it's so wonderful. And I just been a coffee club diva for over 9 years. And I love it. I love helping women, supporting women, helping people meet their goals, their dreams. And I'm 71, so it's never too late and you're never too old. That's what I tell everybody.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah, you're amazing. And that's why we switched the time tonight to 4 o'clock Pacific. So like the ladies like you and Charlie could join us and not be too sleepy. So thank you so much. And we look forward to hearing more of what you do and things, because she's just fantastic. She makes these dolls that are, if you give her a picture of a family, I don't know if you still do it, but I was just so amazed when you showed me these dolls you made. She made one of a little old lady, and they have veins in the hands and everything was just perfect. It was just so intricate. There she is. Yeah, and it's just amazing what she did. And she told me she does your grandchildren and things like that. So I never forgot that.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Clay.
She's just, the Coffee Club Divas, they're just fantastic. I love all of them. So let's go to Christine Cristobal. You came in a little later.
There we go. Sorry. I know how to unmute. I don't know why I was having issues. Yeah, I was late, guys. I had appointments and I just couldn't make the 4 o'clock hour. I still have a few more hours left in my day. But I'm Christine Cristobal. I'm the owner of Century 21 Showcase Realtors, and we're located in 5 different areas, 3 different counties, and I am on the board for 2022.
Yes, our vice president.
Oh,
yes, yeah. This is Christine's day. So with owning 5 offices. So yeah, we're lucky when we can get you. So we're going to, before we move to the raffle, our next meeting is January 20th, and that's my birthday. Yes, so I'm going to probably have somebody run the meeting. I'll be in Vegas. So our speaker is going to be Tracy Root. She's amazing. We interviewed her for Ask the Expert and just learned all kinds of stuff about her, and it's how to live your bold life. Also, Jody will be our showcase on January 20th too. So I know you kind of asked that in there. And then also for those of you who came late, this is in the members only Facebook page will be a recording, so you can enjoy it. Linda, I know you enjoy this. So if you are interested too in setting up a coffee date, a virtual coffee date with someone on, stay on, and that way you can ask them if they'll have a virtual coffee with you within this next month. So if you're interested, stay on, keep your eye on who you want to have coffee with and just ask them. Okay. All right. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye, everyone. It's been fun.
Bye.
Thanks, Denise.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Denise. This was
Thank
beautiful.
you.